Mike, what do you try to achieve with the cattle?
Well, because the grass grows so well on this farm, essentially the cattle are here to eat it when it's at its longest, eat it down, and then the sheep take it from that height further down. And really what we're trying to do is make the most of the resources that grow here on the farm. So the cattle, these particular breed behind us, are Salers cattle, particularly chosen because they're very long-lived, they produce an excellent quality meat, and they produce really good quality calves. So when we use these cows as our female, our maternal lines, it keeps my costs of production down, it keeps my vet costs down and my labour costs down. And when I then cross them with a meaty Aberdeen Angus bull, it gives me the right carcass for the abattoir. The main characteristics about the Salers cow is she's evolved to live off poor quality grass. She comes from the mountainous regions of central France, so she's actually grown up over thousands of years eating a varied forage diet. And that's what we have here on the farm, particularly on the flood meadows down by the river itself. Botanically very interesting, environmentally very interesting, but quite tough grasses to eat. So she's the right animal to have on this farm, and that's really what we're trying to do in our system development, make sure we have the right animals in the right place. By doing that, we maximise our return.
And how do they tolerate the cold weather?
Well, during the winter this farm's so wet because of the river and we're so subject to flooding that from November through to April they'll be indoors in housing. So we house them in open yards bedded on straw. That gives us a lot of farmyard manure to use as fertiliser on our arable crops. They live inside during the winter months, and then if we've got our calving pattern right, as we turn the cows out in April, they should be producing their calves, and then they're at that peak lactation where they can get the maximum amount of energy out of the green grass. So really what we're trying to do is make sure we keep our feed costs down by making sure the calving happens when we have the best quality grass available.
They're bringing lots of Angus to ration now.
They'll be bringing the wrong Angus, because there's definitely, if you buy North American and Canadian Angus, it will be great big rangy animals that don't finish. And actually a lot of the Angus breeders around the world are interested in a more European genetic that's more suited to the sort of conditions that we have here. So if you're trying to produce beef off grass, Angus are an excellent option. But you want Angus that do it off grass, not Angus that has been bred in systems where you put in lots of soya and lots of grains. And really we're seeing that in global beef production, a move away from the sort of feedlot system, high input system, particularly in the sort of European type environment where we can grow plenty of grass, to having genetics that are better suited to producing their meat from grass.